Man, I'm back with another video, and today I got a video that I hope makes sense, and I hope it inspires some people. I hope it makes things clear. But it's a battle between I'm battling your ego, and I'm battling your your mind when I'm putting out this video. I think this is going to be a very good video, and today I'm just going to be talking about what this reality really is, and trying to understand I feel like my people, my enlightened people, or people who I think are close, they're almost there. And I really just want to put this video out to talk about, I shouldn't have worn this. It's hot as hell out here. I just really want to talk about how when I'm going to relate all video game concepts here. All video game concepts is the only way I really know how to do this. And, some book concepts. But let's just get into it, because I don't want the video to be crazy long. But let's just start with history. What do we know of history? And this is how I'm going to start breaking this down. What do we know of history? Every tribe that's ever been conquered, their people been raped, pillaged, and all their stuff burned. Their ancestors killed. Why? Get rid of all the knowledge, right? You following me? All knowledge gone. So why do we have stories like Humpty Dumpty and Plato stories are passed down, right? I've been mentioning this for a while, and I've been mentioning, the Plato allegory of the cave in all my videos, because I was hoping I'm trying to be the glitch of the matrix for you. Everybody interprets that story as, they're seeing the people, they're not enlightened, and, they don't want to know the truth. But no, what the story really means is you need to see the signs. Where do you think a glitch in the matrix came from? Right? The system that we're in, the individual that you are, you come down here and everybody thinks it's for a reason, it's for a purpose. I think the purpose, whatever it may be, I think one of the fundamental things is for you to let go. I think that's number one. And number two, well, under that is to have fun. I think you're supposed to let go and have fun. But how are you supposed to let go and have fun? Because what is this? What is the same trait that all people who are enlightened or who understand the world, they go through the most trauma? Well, how can you can only see the signs and understanding if you go through trauma so you can understand. When you don't go through anything, you don't need to understand. You just do, right? When you don't go through anything, you just do. You just follow. But when you go through something and you go through trauma and you need to understand why that happened, what's going on, what led to this, and what there needs to be are signs. Plato the cave, allegory of the cave. What's the other one? Humpty Dumpty. Why is that one important? What does Humpty Dumpty say? Think about this. The guy, look up the background of the house. This is how you know it's a matrix, glitch in the matrix. The guy was poor, wanted to be a writer, and his most famous poem is Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. He had a big, great fall, and all his kingsmen tried to put him back together. This is how your brain isn't working. This is how I know your brain's not working. Write that today. They would say your shit trash. Really think, and I'm trying to talk to you. Really use your brain. Use your brain for a second, please. I'm talking to your brain right now. If you wrote that today and you came out, we would all be like, that is trash. Unless there was deeper meaning to it. Same thing with whoever came up with this, forever. If a tree falls in the woods, it doesn't make a sound. Bro, if you said that to me, what do we make fun of you? We say, oh, you're high. What are you even talking about? Why is that passed down? It has to be, you have to understand that it's being told to you so that you understand that you're in a system. It's almost like when you're fighting against, so what we're in is we're spiritual beings, but when you get caught, you lose your own power when you denounce that you're a being. That's why I think, I'll make another video on this one day when I really break it down. That's why I think there was no human rights at a point, because it was in common, I don't have any proof of this, but I think it was common understood that we were all spiritual, or in their terms, religious beings. We weren't in a sense human. But then there had to be a movement for human rights. Label yourself as a human, so you denounce your spiritual being. You're a spiritual body. I think what the same thing is too is like, when you fight a video game or you go up against a mob that's too high level and it's question mark. That's what we are. Unless, what do? We get on the same level as them. Now they can fight us. And that's what we're doing. But hold on, going back to the point, do you really think Humpty Dumpty sat on the Great Wall, had a big fall, it deserves to be passed down through history? No, unless, what is it saying? You had a big fall, you came into the system, and all your pieces are shattered. What's popular literature where somebody, his parts are all separated? Voldemort, what does he do? He puts his soul into all different items. What does he have to do? Get them all back together. What do you think that's about? Come on, people, I'm trying to help you here. Use your brain. What are these stories? All the stories have the same common theme. Consciousness is first in this realm. You have to be conscious. That is the theme of all stories. The hero's journey, the first theme is they undergo trauma. The hero's story, the first thing the hero in their journey has to undergo is trauma. Their aunt dies, their uncle dies. They're abused. Then they move, or they experience. And what does the moving mean? They undergo a transition. Then they meet somebody who gives them wisdom. Me, I'm your fucking wisdom teacher. Then they get enlightened to the reality that they live in. I had to pause because people are walking by. So take a second, think about that. Breaking it down. You are the hero. Does that make sense? You have to undergo the transition in your life. But they keep you in this system to undermine you, make you relinquish your powers. Right? What is the purpose of all the people in, for example, Harry Potter or any main character story? To tell them they are not special. You are not chosen. Right? But they're like, something in me is. Something in me, I feel like I am. And they always have to find out that they are. Right? Do you understand? People think these are common themes and just to sell a good story. No, it's because they're talking about you. They have to tell you. They have to tell you because it's part of the rules. They can't lie to you. They can undermine it. They can put it. Think about what Matrix is all about. There's a glitch in the Matrix. Neo. He has to wake everybody else up. There's ways to notice it. And that's what I'm saying. There's ways to notice it. But if you're blind to it, you're going to just write it off and keep following the trap just like everybody else. But it's important to note. There's so many different stories that you should never even hear of. Right? Does this make sense? I hope it's making sense. That's why I said it's like you're relinquishing your power to fit in. But I think you need to learn at the end of the day. This is just a realm to learn whatever you need to learn, have fun, and depart. It cannot hurt you. But they need to make you fearful that they can hurt you, but you cannot be hurt. Right? That's why all the stories, they die. A lot of the times, a lot of the stories have the main character suffer some sort of death. Right? But is that a real death? Humpty Dumpty, was his death real? Something they have to, right? Think of, but Naruto. He dies, but he sees himself again. He has to talk to himself in the other realm. It's a real thing. You have to do that. And it's just unfortunate that we have to go through the trauma, right? We're entrenched in, our families, friends. But it's all serving a purpose for you to wake up to what really the reality really is. That's why the messages are repeated. Whew. It's hot out here. Walking a lot today, honestly. Like I said, this video might not make sense, but I feel like people don't understand, like, they're so close. The religion is a trap too. Think about if you have to believe in religion is actually, to believe in religion is just to be a doomer and almost, in a sense, live in non-reality. It's like the opposite of spirituality, because spirituality is to know that you are one with the source. One with the source. You know this reality isn't real. Right? But you know that you can reap from it. That's the difference. Spirituality tells you that you can reap from this world whatever you want, you can reap. Religion tells you the world, you will not reap anything from it unless you give up everything, believe that it's going to end, and only Jesus can save you. You cannot save yourself. Spirituality tells you you can save yourself. Just another way to keep you trapped. Everything is to keep you trapped in this mindset of giving up, fearful, removing your power. You have to give them your power. You cannot just claim your power. I'm telling you, you need to claim your power. I hope this makes sense. Not too hard. There's so many examples of just like movies telling you, like, whoa, why is that synchronicity happening? What is that? What is the point of that? And the point is to tell you, but they can't just come out and say it. They have to make you read between the lines, but you can only read between the lines if you understand. You have to look for understanding, but a lot of people don't want to look for understanding. That's why all the spiritual beings, highly spiritual beings, they may know what they want to do in life, but they never had a plan for how it's going to get there. They just knew what they want to be, maybe, right? That's one common theme. You never knew what you wanted to be, because why would you want to know what you want to be if you don't come from this world, right? So you don't even know what that concept means. It's foreign to you. Does that make sense? And that's why I was struggling. But all right, that was it. I hope it makes sense. I'll talk to y'all.